What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. Oh my goodness, good morning over here and good afternoon, good evening to everyone that is back on the platform again. If you're a Chelsea fan, I know how you're feeling because I'm a Chelsea fan myself and I know how I am feeling I wouldn't say under the hot weather, but maybe under the cold weather. I'm feeling really feeling bad. But then we're here again. We're streaming live on YouTube and also another bonus streaming to Facebook. At this moment in time, there is a lot going on in terms of Chelsea's performance yesterday, and I want to say hello to all Chelsea fans. In today's live stream, we will be discussing Raheem Sterling's lackluster performance in Chelsea's recent match against Brentford. If you guys saw it, it wasn't just Raheem Sterling, but there is a lot that I want to add to it. To make it something that we really need to talk about. If you're a supporter on Twitter, you'll be probably left fuming after the match. But what does Sterling's performance mean for the team and also the future plans? We're gonna dive into the news and then get the nitty-gritty of today's live stream episode. And also, like I said, you have to fuel your passion on sports where the action never ends. Only on Blueclouds Media, and then we'll be right back again in a few seconds. Welcome back again, people. Today is I think April 27th. Right now the week is very, very short, so April is always a short month. We'll be ending the month very, very soon. But in today's live stream, we'll be analyzing Raheem Sterling's performance in Chelsea's recent match against yesterday's match against Brentford. We'll also discuss the latest report on N'Golo Kanté's future at Chelsea Football Club, the incoming balls. I know you all know the incoming balls. Mauricio Pochettino interest in signing Jude Bellingham for 125 million. You heard me right. Yes, you did hear me right. 125 million. Don't miss out on our expert analysis and insight of Chelsea's current situation, why the team is not scoring goals. We're gonna delve into it. So as usual, I'm very, very happy to see who we have here on there. We got 3 comments so far. Let me read it and get those comments out of the way. We have our big brother Phantom of Mini Topic who says second to hit like. Second to hit the like. Purchase even more Manchester United stock. Myself before 4 p.m. Eastern. There's no Lampard. There is no Lampard, only Man United later. That is coming from Phantom of Mini Topics. I like how you scapegoat Sterling as if he is the only one. Also, I like you. I like you didn't see what he was isolated versus 5-man defense. Sometimes when you create a stream and you do your thumbnails, your thumbnail is supposed to tell a story. But how do you get a story? You get a story when you click on the link. That is what it's supposed to do. The thumbnail tells a story, and the thumbnail opens up for you, the viewer, to be able to listen to what the speaker or whoever is hosting that show is about to say about Raheem Sterling. So before that, let's talk a little bit about the game itself yesterday. High intensity, high intense game. There was a lot at stake. There was a lot at stake. People think this is there was nothing at stake. The league has come to an end. Chelsea season need to end already. I understand, but there is bragging right. It was a London derby. And as of now, Chelsea are the most worst team in London right now. All the teams are above Chelsea. But what would you say? How is that possible with over 600 million spent on a team, on a rich team like that? Hasn't lived up to expectation. Ryan Sterling, who has so much experience in English football, you expect much better from Ryan Sterling. I'm not saying he did not do well. He has experience compared to the likes of Mahalo Modric, and we saw what Modric did. The likes of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was also supposed to perform well, but Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, you can give him the pass because he has not been playing much. And we saw what Aubameyang came in to do. You can tell that with more time, Aubameyang might even score goals because with the whole 90 minutes, him alone has more chances than any other Chelsea player. So if Aubameyang has been playing a lot, and I blame a lot of the blame has to go on Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard was fuming, very upset right from the beginning when he had a job. He did said he doesn't know the reason why. He's very upset why Graham Potter did not register Aubameyang in the Champions League. But here you are, you have Aubameyang in your court. You have your Aubameyang in your court. And you could not start Aubameyang, but then start different players. You have Raheem Sterling, who struggles playing as a false number 9. He doesn't play that position. It doesn't fit well for him. He always likes to play either on the right-hand side or the left-hand side. He's a right-footed player, so the best place to put him, you want to put him on the left-hand side where he can cut in and score a goal. But, the whole team is really down. It's not down to Aubameyang alone. It's not down to Raheem Sterling alone. But when you watch the thumbnails, it should tell you a story to click on it, Lord. So I'm not really making Raheem Sterling a scapegoat. Most of the blame has to start from the top. A lot of the blame also on Frank Lampard himself. But I wouldn't stress much on Frank Lampard because I wasn't expecting much coming from Frank Lampard. So I'll come into that. Let me see what we have here. Lord Vipinations. Okay, I read this comment right now. Big up to you. I want to love you. Says hello, my brother. Barcelona vs Chelsea halftime is 0-0. As of now, it is on my screen. Yes, although we're still talking, I'm looking at the girls. The ladies have done very, very well. They keep that close. The defense is very, very packed. There's no room for Barcelona to penetrate. We're gonna see lots of possession from Barcelona because they're playing home, and it's not an easy place to go and then get points from. We saw what happened in the first time we played Barcelona. The game was being lost in the first half. Within first few 20 minutes, we already conceded 2-3 goals. So the game was lost because of our naivety. We're so naive when you play Barcelona in that, I think 2 years ago, Champions League. But so here we are again. We're playing Barcelona. We also lost narrow 1-0 during our home ground. But then look, the team have been suffering a lot from injuries. Milibright is not there. Frank Kirby is also not there. Frank Kirby works very well with Sam Kerr up front. Now we're looking like we're playing Jose Mourinho football. We swing 2-3 passes, then we hook the ball to Sam Kerr. Hopefully he can score. That's what we did when we play at Stamford Bridge. It was all one way of playing. All right, good ratings also on the yellow card. Thank you very much for I 123 love you. Good ratings also very, very good. She's good. She's I think Chelsea's assist queen is the way I call her. Oh, big up to you, Blue Lounge Mo. Big up to you, my brother. I hope you're doing very, very well. I hope you're doing well, my brother. It's always nice to see you on showing up on the platform. Arsenal lost. Is it L? Nottingham Forest L. Bournemouth L. Man City L. Not Newcastle. Okay, you mean they lost to Nottingham Forest, Birmingham, Man City, and Newcastle. All okay. We'll talk about that in a bit. We'll talk about Arsenal's performance. Also, we will talk about that in a bit. Nothing to play for, to be honest. Just don't get relegation relegated. I think we will lose every game. That's what it's looking like. You can't see where the win is coming from. I want to love you. Say hello, my brother. Barcelona vs Chelsea halftime. Thank you very, very much. Yes, I've seen that right now. Thank you very much. We have I have my big brother here, Scala United, a strong Manchester United fan. He is gonna take us through some of the problems going on with Manchester United. There's an update, and I invited him here to talk and take us through it. So if you're a football fan, if you're a Chelsea fan, you want to see the update on Manchester United, we have an inside person who can give. He's a writer also here by himself. So yeah, he's gonna take us through the Scala. Welcome back to Blueclouds Media, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Been a while, but yeah, I mean, look, difficult time for being if you are a Chelsea fan. It's not really. You just want the season to end, I suppose. I mean, as someone mentioned, that there is nothing to play for. And next game you're playing is Arsenal, who would like to vent the frustration out of the last game they played. So yeah, man. I mean, look, with Chelsea, I mean, I don't want to jump to the topics, but I mean, at the moment, it's not looking good, as the internet community says. So yeah, I mean, look, just happy to talk about football here. So yeah, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. It's always a pleasure to have you on the platform to give us a different perspective on how things are going on in Manchester United takeover. So I know I've already started with Chelsea already. We're talking about it. You want to give us? I will take 1 minute of your time. Take us through what you saw in the game. I'm not so sure if you did watch it, but if you did watch it, what you saw in the game versus Brentford yesterday, and what can Chelsea do to be able to move on? Let me take 2 minutes of that from you.
Yeah, I mean, look, I obviously didn't watch it. I was watching the Arsenal game, but there was a 15 minutes gap between the two kickoffs, so I was following a bit. I did follow the last 15 minutes, and what I found was that you guys, I feel like you're on the beach at the moment. I think the players are not really looking to play for the badge. I don't think they care whether Lampard is in here or not. And most of them, your players, even the fans, they want the season to be over. So I think that's what I felt. And I mean, look, who started the? I think Aubameyang started, already came on. I think he had like 5 shots. That's the most by any Chelsea player in the last 7 games.
Yeah,
So
Aubameyang came in the second half.
yeah, so I mean, look, Gallagher starts, Felix on the bench, Mudryk on the bench. I can't understand what's going on with Mudryk. I mean, you spend so much money on him. Obviously, you want to give him a run of games. I don't know what's going on there. Gallagher, you're looking to sell, isn't it? Like he's on the transfer list by many people.
Yeah.
Feel that he's listed to be going to Newcastle, Liverpool. I mean, there is solid interest. So I don't understand why he's playing over Mudryk. I mean, they don't play the same position, but he's occupying a spot in the team. So I'm not really sure what's happening. I saw Thiago Silva's rant a couple of weeks ago when he came and was talking in his native language, Portuguese, and he was saying stuff like, it is very difficult for the team to gel because you have 30 players. And I mean, he's like 36, isn't he? And he probably hasn't seen a situation like this. So it's new for him as well. So I think what my assessment is that you guys have lots of difficult games coming up. I think you are playing 4 of the top 4 teams in your rest remaining fixtures, which includes United as well. We were supposed to play your Chelsea this week, but we had obviously the FA Cup semi-final, so we couldn't play you guys. So I think your ending looks very difficult. You still have to play Arsenal, United, and I think even City is there and Newcastle. I mean, I don't know. I mean, so you need one more point to get 40 points. So, I mean, it's difficult, man. Difficult. I mean, I can't really. This is the first time I'm seeing, Chelsea
Yeah.
like this in this situation.
Okay. Thank you very much, Scala. It's something that is going on and on and on. We can know when no one knows when that will stop, and we don't know where the goal is going to come from at this moment. From Modric, what I think is he's very, very low in confidence. And as a player that is very low in confidence, you don't want to keep him playing all the time. Assess the player and see if he can start from the bench so he can get his confidence back. But I don't think any of these players we're going to have any confidence back until the season come to an end. But then let's get to your situation right now before we come to the other topic. Like I said, the contract of N'Golo Kanté will be coming to an end this season. He hasn't signed a new contract yet, but then he midfielder wants to stay at Chelsea, and also the incoming of Mauricio Pochettino has put a mark down. He wants Chelsea to sign a Jude Bellingham, a player that costs almost about 145 million euros or million pounds, whatever currency it is. But it's not going to come that easy. But Scala, let's take us through what is going on at Manchester United takeover right now before we come to other subsequent topics.
So with United takeover, obviously there was breaking news yesterday after the City Arsenal game that Jim Ratcliffe, who has been one of the leading contenders with Al Thani, the Qatari group, that those two are the front runners. So the breaking news was that Jim Ratcliffe is looking to not only invest into the club, but he's also looking to make the Glazers stay. So what he's saying is that I will take 50% of the ownership and I'll give you 20% of the whatever voting rights you have. So that's what the breaking news yesterday was by Mike Keegan, and he's very reliable around this topic. So obviously, he receives, I mean, that wasn't met with good response. There was very, agnostic responses towards that particular news. So that's the latest look. What I feel is that the Glazers, they're trying to get 6 billion out of these Middle Eastern people. I think that's
Mhm.
what they want. They have been adamant since day one that they want a billion each for all the Glazer siblings. I think there are like four Glazer siblings, and they each want 1 billion each. So I think that's what they're trying to drive the price up. And yeah, that's the latest for United. Tomorrow is the deadline day for the official third round, and the Qataris, they are going to make an offer tomorrow as well. So yeah, that's the update on United takeover.
Oh my goodness! So that's a long time coming for United takeover.
Yeah.
It's lots of money involved, man. Lots of Glazers wants lots of money before they can close these deals up. So we'll be looking at that. Thank you very much. Also, you want to throw highlights on yesterday's game, the big game between Manchester City and Arsenal. They have bottled it. We know they have bottled it. The league, as of now, it looks like the league is gone. But do you see City dropping any point from now to the end of the season?
Okay. In that way, look, yeah, maybe they can drop probably some points. But I don't see them not winning the league. I think that is nailed in the coffin yesterday. I don't think City are going to give up their position. I think they have, like, I think, what is it, like 2 games in hand, and they're 2 points behind. So,
Yes.
yeah, maybe they can lose to, I think they still have to go to Newcastle away. I think that's the difficult game, probably. But yeah, maybe they could drop points, but I don't see them dropping enough points so that, Arsenal can come back. I think yesterday's result pretty much, if City win all the games, they win the league. So, yeah, I don't see that happening.
Yes, Herbert doesn't see that happening. It was a very, very good game. Very, very, very good game. But Manchester City have different level consent to what what's his name Arsenal brought up on the game yesterday. But yeah, like I said, Mauricio Pochettino. I'm not so sure of your take on Mauricio Pochettino as he's having a link with Chelsea Football Club. Yesterday, I did make the news, a short news on him, as he has agreed personal terms that he's in agreement to be Chelsea's manager. And the news coming up today is he is interested in signing. Want Chelsea to sign Jude Bellingham from Borussia Dortmund of a fee of 145 million. That is what it's like. What's your opinion on that, Scala?
On Pochettino or Jude Bellingham to Chelsea?
No, on Pochettino wanting Chelsea to sign another player that worth so much money to the football club.
Okay. I mean, I haven't seen that news, but if you are going in for Jude Bellingham, I don't think Chelsea will buy Jude Bellingham because they just spent over 100 million on Enzo Fernandez. So that again makes no sense. Also, again, where are you going to play him? You have so many, number eights slash 10s. I mean, and so many wingers. If they can't get the game, how are you going to fit Bellingham, Enzo, and Kovacic, Conte? I mean, maybe Kovacic will be leaving, but Conte, he wants to renew. You got Felix situation. So I don't see you guys going for that kind of profile. I don't think you need that. I think Chelsea are going to spend big on a striker. I think there are two clubs in Europe who are going to go big for a centre forward. One of them is Bayern Munich, and the other is Chelsea. Then I'll put United, but again, United they're after Harry Kane. So I mean, I don't want to put I mean, Harry Kane is going to be costing 100 million if we come for him. So look, maybe Chelsea can get Harry Kane because Pochettino is going there. But again, I don't think Levy is going to sell it to you guys. But yeah, about Jude Bellingham to Chelsea, I don't think that is going to happen. I think he's either destined to go to Manchester City or to Real Madrid. Don't forget that Manchester City are going to sell Gundogan. They are probably going to sell Bernardo Silva. So they have lots of money coming in, so they can, reinvest that into Bellingham. So yeah, I don't think Bellingham to Chelsea. I don't. It doesn't make sense. I mean, you want to spend 200 million on two midfielders.
It's
I mean that's
actually from the report. It's not Chelsea who really want to sign him. It is a
yeah.
recommendation from Pochettino by what I've just read.
No, man. I don't. I think you should overrule that. You have other positions to improve. Also, FFP will catch if you are going to spend 150 million. I think Jude Bellingham is going to cost minimum 110 million pounds because Jack Grealish went for 100, Enzo Fernandez 105. So I don't see Dortmund not selling him for minimum 110 million pounds. So yeah,
And
I mean,
and
I don't
what's
think
your
you need Bellingham like that.
okay? And what's your take? What's your take on Chelsea's highly, link with Mauricio Pochettino? What's your take on that? Do you think it will be a successful managerial appointment at Chelsea? Would you think? Do you think he'll be successful at Chelsea?
I mean, look, I can't answer the question about will he be successful because it is very difficult to answer that question at Chelsea Football Club because you never know. Everyone predicted Tuchel, he's going to do a decent job, but he won your Champions League in 6 months. So it is difficult to predict that. But what I can say with Pochettino is that, well, one good thing is he's not going to complain too much. He's not going to create an environment which kind of makes it like the manager versus the owner.
Yeah.
So I think that's a positive. Also, he has been used to not working with lots of money, and with Chelsea, you are going to obviously spend money on him, but you have already spent a lot of money on players. So he has a lot of players to work with, and all of them are young players. So I think he's a very good man manager as well. I don't know if you know this. Like when he left
Yeah.
Tottenham, there were lots of players unhappy with him resigning or getting fired or sacked. So clearly, he's a good in like I don't know how he's as a person, but he's a good man manager. So yeah, I think he's the right option as of now. But I'm very curious to know, like why did Enrique and Nagelsmann didn't take the job? What made him not go for Chelsea? I mean, because obviously Todd Bowley would have had a say. I mean, do you know that? Like, why did they say that no to Chelsea?
From what I've read in terms of Nagelsmann thought he could just walk into Chelsea job and then get a job for free, make it so easy. But it looks like they were demanding some more stuff from him, and he felt like I don't really want this job. I don't really want this. And for all you know, even Chelsea did not really want him. So Nagelsmann, I mean, with Luis Enrique, Enrique demands with 200. He wants almost 100% of player transfer. The players that he wants to choose to bring in, he wants almost about 100%. Which I think that it was too much from what the Chelsea Todd Bowley and his people. He wants to bring in certain players. He doesn't want to work with certain players, which I think that's a big tax because Chelsea have spent so much money
Yeah.
on these players. They spend so much money, in terms of Modric, a young player who has high possibility to become, a superstar in future if things goes right. And also we have another one like Enzo Fernandez. Lots of money has been spent. I didn't say he doesn't want to use Enzo Fernandez, but then these are some of the players and some of the stuff that he have said. These are some of the stuff that he's not willing to work with. He wants to take some wingers out and bring in different wingers. So I think that the high demand from Luis Enrique is what pushes Chelsea backwards. So yeah, those two were out, but it felt to me, I felt like Mauricio Pochettino and the job that he did at Tottenham Hotspur he might do the same job at Chelsea and even does it more better because Chelsea has so much of a history, has so much of a I would like say history and then equipment to be able to make Mauricio Pochettino successful at Chelsea Football Club. People say he doesn't
Okay.
have experience, but I think he has experience. Who was able to win trophies at PSG, able to manage players like Neymar, Messi. And I think he doesn't even. I was told he did not even like the incoming of Lionel Messi because too many egos and too many. I wouldn't say not team players. They were like individual players. That is why up to now PSG has still now win the Champions League. So I don't know if you have
Oh,
any other thing you want to add to it in terms of Mauricio Pochettino's incoming and what you make of Mr. Lampard so far. Do you think that they should take Lampard out? To me, I feel like they should let Lampard finish what he's doing because it would be so much disrespectful to Frank Lampard as a caretaker job, take him out and then bring another person in. Do you think they should let Lampard finish the rest of the season?
yeah, I think you are going. I think that has been officially announced today as well. I think I read from a credible source that Lampard is, he will continue for the whatever remaining games are there. Look, I have no opinion of Lampard. I mean, if I say my opinion, I don't think some Chelsea fans will like it, but it is what it is. Lampard, I think whatever has happened in this space of time, I mean, all the proper Chelsea fans who wanted some kind of resemblance of what the old times were by when Todd Bowley installed him in that this interim position. That just went away. I mean, you have scored one goal in like 4 games, winless in 5. Your goal of
Yeah,
the month
a
contender is
deflection
a
from
deflection goal
Gallagher.
by Conor Gallagher.
Yeah,
Yeah, so look, I don't have much opinion of Lampard. I think he needs to go back to like a League Two club and try to build his resume up. That's my opinion on him.
yeah,
Uh, and about Pochettino, I think look, yeah, he's the best you can get out of the remaining bunch. I think if I asked you like who is your choice a month ago, I don't think Pochettino would be on that list. So it is what it is. I mean, I mentioned the positives about him not being a divisive character in the dressing room. That's a help, and he's a good man manager. And his first job arriving at Chelsea is that he has to, make Chelsea competitive again. That's the first thing. Forget the trophies, forget, like even a style of play because that will take time. You have lots of players.
yeah.
Just make Chelsea competitive. You should not be not having any shots against Brentford for like 60, 70 minutes. That's not acceptable. So I think that's his first job. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what he does because this is a very big job. Chelsea managers notoriously, they're not in the middle. It's not like with United where you'll get lots of time. You either pass or fail. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to what he does and how much money are you going to spend on him. And you're always very good at selling players. So I think that you can easily make around 150 to 200 million by just selling players. So yeah, I mean, yeah, exciting summer for you at least in that way.
Yeah. There are certain comments also over here made by Frank Lampard after the game, and we will look into that in a bit after I'm done with this. A few comments we have here. This was coming from Phantom of Benny Topic, and he said, "I would mostly like to be a Man United stockholder for the entire match against Tottenham." Coming from Phantom, thank you very much, Phantom. Mr. Patrick, big up to you. I hope you're doing very well. He said a UTC. Then Patrick said that we have got one last game to play for. All the others are written off. Which game is that, Patrick? Can you tell me which game exactly are you talking about? I'm selling if I clear 20,000 $20.89 dollars today. Otherwise, tomorrow or Monday, I will ask for even more. Coming from a Phantom of Minute Topic. Then he went ahead and said, I support. No, I suppose that since I have nearly 64,000 invested in Manchester United, they are my new favorite team in the entire soccer universe. It's all about money. Are they your favorite team, or you're just talking about money, Phantom, of any topic? Is it all about the money? All right. Thank you very much, Phantom, for your comments. Scala, we're gonna get into this. Lampard post match interview. He did all that he's been saying is, oh, the team played very, very well. They kept possession. They played very well. They did that. They did that. But the end results were always coming. It was going to be Chelsea losing the game. He said he doesn't want to throw the players under the bus, but then he expect the players, to show some kind of a fighting spirit. Do you think that he did not throw them under the bus by saying they did not show fighting spirit?
Yeah, I watched his press conference. It was very rhetoric. He was questioning and then he was answering himself. He was saying, "Did we do this? Did we do that? No. Did we do this? Yes." So it was very, one thing he mentioned about the fans is that the fans have the right to boo the players, and I accept that. At least he had that kind of sense to acknowledge that, because I heard the boos, lots of boos, even though like most of your stadium was empty.
Yeah.
It was very audible. So yeah, about your question. I mean, look, I don't understand. Like, even if he throws the players under the bus, I don't think the players care too much about what Lampard says or thinks about them, because he's not going to be there.
Hmm.
So, I mean, look, if you're, under a manager who was going to be resigning in the next 5 days, I mean, are you going to be upset about if he throws you under the bus? So, I don't
Yeah.
think the players care too much about that. I don't think anyone is going to be losing sleep because Lampard threw them under the bus. So, yeah, man. Lampard for me is just like a statue at the moment. He's just there for because you have no one to take the blame. You'll just install Frank Lampard, because that's what the Glazers did to us in 2019 when they put Oli as a permanent. Because you know that half of the fan base cannot criticize him because of his legendary status at the club. So
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening at your club as well at the moment. So yeah, man, you can't. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can't wait for the season to end.
Yes, Chelsea fans cannot wait for the season to come to an end, just like you said. So yeah, thank you very much, Scala United, for taking us through, the takeover, and also taking us through some of the Chelsea's problem. And we saw, I would say, arguably Chelsea's best player on the pitch, who had more touches, Aubameyang. Aubameyang, his coming hasn't been that great. Let's talk a little bit about Raheem Sterling. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Raheem Sterling. I know the whole team, morale of the whole team is all down. There's not much going on. Ryan Stanley is not performing. So from the goalkeeper to an attacker, and look at the starting lineup. We saw N'Golo Kanté playing as a number 10. Ryan Sterling playing as a false nine. Ryan Sterling, do you think that Ryan Sterling should have been doing better than he's doing from his price tag and how much Chelsea paid for him? 47.5 million from Manchester United. From Manchester City to Chelsea.
I mean, look, if you are expecting Sterling to replicate what he did at Chelsea, it was never going to happen, because Raheem Sterling is like a very much like a system player. He benefits out of the system. He doesn't really contribute to the cause of it, because he's never going to do what Eden Hazard or Alexis Sanchez at Arsenal used to, take the game by the scruff of the neck and, change it. Raheem Sterling is a player who benefits a lot from service and how much you can isolate probably fullbacks or give him space. He's never going to, beat players, two or three players, and put it top bins. That's not the kind of player he is. So the lack of system at Chelsea and the style of play, be it under Potter or before that, Tuchel also, it doesn't favor it. That's the problem. And because at Manchester City they don't really fall back like that. They don't really run back to the half line how teams like United do, because they want the wingers to track back. So I think that's what he's suffering from. I remember one game where he was playing almost like a left wing back because Cucurella couldn't defend against. I can't remember who the winger was, but he was very bad in that game. So yeah, you 47.5 million for a Sterling. I mean, Manchester City paid 50 million like 6 years ago to Liverpool, so they pretty much have gained back the money. So, I mean, look, I think you need to create a system which facilitates Sterling. That's how you can get like 15 goals out of him. At the moment, I don't think it does any good for him.
Okay, so that's Scala United over there. And big up to Ensman TV. Ensman TV. I hope you're doing very well. It's always nice to see new people joining on. I know it's not the new. He's been here before. But guys, if you're watching, I'll have the link in there. If you want to come on and join us in the show and then have a little discussion in terms of how you saw the game and what's the better way for Chelsea when the season comes to an end, and how our season can turn around next season, not now. How Chelsea can perform under the incoming manager, Mr. Mauricio Pochettino. Arguably, we all know his status. He used to be a very, very good player in his days with Argentina. He's played in the highest level, Champions League. He played in the World Cup, played with lots of top players. So yeah, he done a good job with I think Espanyol. I'm sure he did a very good job with Espanyol. He did a very good job also with Tottenham Hotspur, Southampton, and now he did also good job with PSG. He's highly respected, in my opinion. What he did at Tottenham Hotspur, I respect him so much. I don't have anything against him as being a Tottenham Hotspur manager. If that is the case, then I have a big issue with Jose Mourinho. I'm gonna have a big issue with Antonio Conte. But none of them, I don't have any issue with them. If they went there to do a professional job, just like they're supposed to work, just like you and I are supposed to go to different places and work and get paid, then why not? If he showed that his track record are good, he's good with working with young players that can understand him and get the best out of these young players that we have. Because right now the club has spent lots of money on these players and we need to get them to perform. And I know they cannot do nothing now, but then they have to save the season. We have to see goals coming. And I wouldn't blame Frank Lampard because Frank Lampard did not give himself the job. The job was being given to Frank Lampard by top people who are out there that are continually making mistakes. I wouldn't call them clowns, just like others have. I'll call them just human beings, entrepreneurs or businessmen that have made mistakes. In business, let me tell you this: when you start a business, you're definitely going to lose a lot, but you learn from your business. I'm learning. I learn from what I'm doing here as a YouTuber, and I don't look at the numbers to demoralize me. You get what I'm saying? If you look at if you're a YouTuber, if you're a content creator, and you're always looking at the numbers, it will demoralize you. But you have to have passion for what you're doing, and that will keep you growing and growing and growing all the time. You don't stop it. You don't stop what you're doing if you love it. If you like it, keep doing it and learn from it and better it. That's what matters. So yeah, they will go down, they will lose some money, but then it will keep the team will come better. Todd Bowley is not a clown. He is learning. He did the same thing happen when they took over Dodgers. Dodgers struggled to get to that series for them to win the World Cup. So it will come good. Clearly, Todd Bowley, who has 25% of the at the I mean have 25% shares, they are learning, and with time they will come good. So I am not putting all my hope and then everything into what is going on now. It is disappointing because I've seen my team win games and win games, but we cannot even win games against West Ham United, Southampton, Brentford really, Leeds United, Nottingham Forest. We are struggling against these small teams. But that should tell you that the team has gone through lots of problems from COVID-19 transition. Roman Abramovich, the one certain government, the UK government, wanted him out of the football club. You know, to be honest with you, Roman Abramovich has brought nothing, but then he's brought the kind of light, the light that has really shined on EPL for for the whole world to really recognize what the EPL is all about. It's not Roman Abramovich. If it hasn't been Roman Abramovich, who knows much about the EPL? They were all underneath the German Bundesliga. They were all underneath the Italian league, the Spanish league. But kudos to Roman Abramovich. He has also brought nothing but also another big problem, but the inflation that has caused players to be going 400 million, 200 million, and all that big price tag. Roman Abramovich was the man that started all this because he did not care. He was starting buying players from left, right, center. He doesn't care the price tag. If you want to sell your player for 60 60 or whatever, Roman Abramovich will buy him. He doesn't really care about it because he has the money. So the inflation that has happened now was the cause of Mr. Abramovich. But then it wasn't a bad thing. I'll say it was a good thing because he wants to see his team perform. So that's just by the way. As of now, yes, our team, the ladies have conceded one right now. And Country Beggar legs were widely open and those ball went through it. And also I thought maybe Jess Carter could have saved it, but Jess Carter could not block it. So yeah, it is 2-0 aggregate in favor of Barcelona right now. And the women cannot get over the head Big up to you, Mr. DJ Sab. This is a big up me and the habit. Big up people in the comments. Thank you very much, Mr. DJ Sab. Really, really like you always supporting the platform and even joining when there is if one person on you still join and then also have your say. So yes, that's by the way. Herbert and I have gone through lots of the topic, and today's stream is not going to be that long. Something short. There's not much to talk about. There's a lot going on at Chelsea, but there's not much you can say because it is the same uh, um, episode that we've seen over and over and over again. So, Herbert, do you have anything you want to talk about in terms of anything happening in the Premier League, Association football, Chelsea? If not, then we can call it a day.
Yeah, look, United are playing Tottenham in about an hour. That's a big game for us because if we win that, I think we are pretty much confirmed for top four. So that's the thing. And look, obviously the title with Arsenal and this top four is, I think we should not forget about the relegation fight because as much as seven teams are in there for the relegation zone, and today Everton are playing Newcastle, so I'll be keeping an eye on that. I'm very interested in that particular block which is happening in that relegation fight. So it's very interesting to watch. Everyone should keep an eye on that. Because yesterday Forest won. Forest won against Brighton. So they are out of the race now. And Everton are 19th. I think Southampton are pretty much relegated. But that table keeps changing. And there is a very interesting fact. If Chelsea are 10 points away from the relegation zone and you are playing City, Newcastle, United, City, Newcastle, Manchester United, and Arsenal, that's your last four games.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be a surprise if Chelsea end up 15th or something like that. So you are lucky that there are not many games to go and that you could won some games in the beginning of the season. Otherwise, you would have been in that particular conversation. So yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
All right, so guys, today's stream was a bit short. I just have I think 9 minutes. I'm just making a 50 minutes video today. I think I'm now at around 8 minutes. So if any of you there you want to have anything you want to say, if you're watching right now, we got 5 of us watching, so not bad. If you want to join us here and have a say, you're always welcome. Remember, the platform is open, it's created for fans to come on and have a say. So that's what we have here. Herbert, thank you very much for coming on when I called you. What's
Yeah,
going on
no
right
issue.
now?
Thanks for having me.
What is going on? Okay. What? Thank you very much. I 123 love you. Just updating. I just saw this goal right now. Chelsea have one back at this moment. It is 2-1. 2-1. What a goal. The women are showing fighting spirit when the men cannot do it. So thank you very much, Herbert. Thank you very much. I'll hang in here for a few 8 minutes and see if someone else would jump on. If not, Herbert, I'll
Yeah,
call on you again if I need an update on Manchester
yeah.
United. Thank you for coming on when I called you. You did not hesitate, but then you did show me love. That is our brother from the Manchester United fame, and he's always there. Whenever I call on him, I need an update on Manchester United. He will jump on and give me his thoughts. So I really, really appreciate him coming on as usual. We're gonna move on from there. The women are playing very, very well right now. It is 2-1 Barcelona on aggregate, but it's 1-1 right now. But it's 2-1 on aggregate. Let me know those and everyone that is watching. Our emojis and stuff like that are in, but then unfortunately the intro is still not in. But then I'm still waiting for it. It looks like our guy is having difficulties the way I want him to do it. So women are showing fighting spirit when the men could not do it. The women are showing fighting spirit, big fighting spirit here. You can. It's not that easy for you to go to the Camp Nou and get a goal. Barcelona have won almost about how do you call it? Lots of all right. Big up to you, big bro. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. Welcome
Good,
back to
good.
Blueclouds Media, man.
Let me move it across so my camera is a bit lower. No, man, just listening to the show. Great show as always, man. Obviously, I'm new to your channel.
Absolutely.
I've only probably watched about 3 videos. Saw your channel. I think it was back end of last week.
Yeah.
Chelsea OG was on your show, and then he sent the link, so I jumped in to see what's going on. But yeah, man, no, great conversations as always. But if you're looking at Chelsea from my point of view, being a Liverpool fan and the outlook of what's going on with you guys, I think Roman leaving wasn't the greatest thing for you guys as well, because you lost an owner that really loved the club and he kind of did everything for the club and he didn't really expect anything back. He just wanted you guys to just do well. That's all he wanted. In terms of your player recruitments, say last year, this year, I think you guys have spent a lot of time buying players and buying loads of players that you might not need. But you do need them, but you just don't need as many as that you guys have went out there and kind of bought. So the problem is, every manager that seemed to come in, Lampard, when he came in, and Potter, every time he's like, what is my best 11 and what is the best shape and what is the best tactics going forward with this team? But because he couldn't answer none of those questions, this is why it's so difficult for every manager stepping in. Maybe Poch will have the formula. Maybe when he comes in, he goes, okay, cool, we're going to play this formation. You guys are my starters and I want to get rid of these guys. And then I'm going to need these guys in. Maybe that's the kind of conversation, and that will help Chelsea then go back to the top level that you guys are so used to. But from an outsider looking in, you just got so many players and you're like, okay, they should do well. If I put this man together, if I put Enzo with Mount, whoever you may, Kovacic, if you put them all together, you're like, these are very good football players. If I put them together, surely they should do well. But that's not the case, because sometimes you just you don't need that type of, you need an average player just as your number 6. You need Enzo further forward. You just need to, I think at the moment, no one knows what the formula is. And I think as a fan base as well, you guys, I don't think, from my point of view looking in, I don't think maybe majority of the fans or some of the fans don't really know what your best 11 is as well, because you're playing Sterling up top in one game, Aubameyang's on the bench not really playing, then he comes on, Reece James can't stay fit, Mason Mount can't get up to form or stay in the team. You got Enzo, very good quality player, but at the same time he might need the same quality players around him. You sold Jorginho, which I think was a shame because he was a top player, but obviously I don't support Chelsea, so from you guys probably think he's lost his level, maybe not good enough anymore to play in the team. And then you've got players like Dotson, Callum that you've loaned out, playing really good. Really good player. You're talking about 1v1 taking players on and kind of causing havoc and problems. You bought, who else did you buy in? You bought so many players. Obviously Thiago being injured.
Madueke, we brought in
Madueke is very good as well. I think he should be getting a lot more starts than what he is at the moment. But I understand when you don't know your starting 11, it's so difficult to throw these players in. Thiago, I think when you lost him, how long was he out for? Maybe a month, 2 months. Thiago Silva. Really hurt your back line as well, defensively and organizing and kind of getting the team together, being the leader and the captain of the club. And then the goalkeeper situation as well. It was Mendy one season, then it was Azpilicueta, and then no one knows who the better one is.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know. You brought in Azpilicueta back in the last game, scores an own goal.
It's disaster, bro. I understand with everything you're saying right now. You're spot on, bro. You're spot on. But this is what I feel. I feel like, look, Roman was being forced out. There's so many allegations that went towards Roman. He revolutionized English football, was outstanding, but then he came to help and also destroy by the price tag. Like I said, how much a players are going for right now, it was all because of Roman Abramovich. It was all because of Roman Abramovich. Other than that, we wouldn't have seen Neymar or whatever so player going for 600 million, 300 million, 150 million. It was the beginning of Roman Abramovich. But I don't think he mean harm, but then he mean good. He wants to get his team, Chelsea, from that level to be on top of European football. So, he's been forced out. We put that aside. The transition of one owner to the other owner hasn't helped Chelsea Football Club. And like I said, the owners also who came in, decision-making has been very, very bad. Some of the decision-making was the clearing out of old board members, Pitychek, Marina Ganaskaya, I think Bruce Buck, and all those people who know much about the football club did not help at all. Those guys did not help by taking all these guys out, and also decision making, sacking Thomas Tuchel because he doesn't understand the style. He doesn't see the future he doesn't follow the principle at which Todd Bowley and his people want to carry the football club in the next future. He doesn't follow that principle. So what? They have to get him out. And then when you got him out, you brought no one else but another English manager, which a lot of people don't think. Even he's coming, they don't think that he was going to be successful at Chelsea Football Club. Means one, it did not work for him, which is Graham Potter. And when you saw Graham Potter, look, take your time, spend about 2-3 weeks, find someone there, someone that you think can work with his team to the end of the season and really has a tactical know-how. But then you brought in another naive manager like Frank Lampard, who we know that he was never going to do anything much. And big up to you, DJ Sav.
Big up.
Hey, big up. All right. Big up, guys. Big up to you both. How are you? Both all right?
Good,
Yeah,
good,
we're doing
man.
all right, bro.
Appreciate you asking.
I have another wonderful football fanatic, football fan over here. Not a Chelsea fan, a Liverpool fan, who is giving us a different perspective of what is going on in you and I's football club at this moment. So I'm glad you joined the stream now, brother.
Big up to you guys. Big up to you guys.
So my brother, this is what I was saying. I think that the number of players coming in, they think there was a loophole. So let's explore that loophole. Let's bring these players in. Hopefully it works. And we have this number of players that we're going to send out. And also we have to, I don't know if you know that Chelsea, before Todd Bowley took over, there was a certain amount of money laid down for them to spend, which is over $1 billion. I think 1.6 or 1.4 billion or something like that they have to spend. Yeah. So from what I know, the money that is being spent right now, we had a discussion the other day. DJ Saab was here, and they said it looks like even it's not Todd Bowley's money. It's not the new owner's money. It is the money that Roman Abramovich has put down for the club. It's what they are spending. That is what I know. DJ, that's not the point of correction if I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, well, I think we were saying the other day that before this whole thing happened with these new owners, as you know, Chelsea had a 1.4 million debt that had to be cleared by Roman Abramovich before anything could happen. And a lot of fans, I think, will come to the perspective thinking that money that he used to pay for the debt was what these owners have been using to buy our players. And none of the money is actually Chelsea's money or these new owners' money. They've used Roman's money. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how true that might be. I know we were saying it the other day. There was a few of us thinking that could be the case. But from my understanding is that money is still with the government, from what I understand. And they're it's supposed to be all going towards this whole Ukraine thing. Obviously, the Ukraine and Russia, what's going on with those two countries at the moment. So all the things that's happening is going to go towards the countries to sort everything out there. So that's what the whole thing was when Roman had to leave. So some fans seem to think that Todd Bowley used the money and he's not touched any of his own money. I'm to be honest with you, I'm into, because obviously Chelsea Dan came on here as well and said that he knows people that work at the football club, and without saying too much on it, they apparently think that the money that was actually used was not Roman's money. It was actually Roman's money that was used and not their money. So look, I'm into on this one because I don't really know what the whole situation is. All I know was Roman had to clear out the debt, and where that money should have gone towards all that. But whether they've gone and used that money is another thing. But there are some people saying that that they used that money for the Romans' money to buy the players. Some are saying no, it wasn't the case. They used the Bowleys used their money. So it's whether it's how you look at it from both ways, mate. I guess from a Liverpool fan perspective point of view, I guess it'd be good to get your opinion, thinking what you may think of it all, brother. I mean, what do you think?
In terms of like, I've kind of followed it a bit in terms of from far as we're aware from our side as a fan base, it was like he left money for you guys to kind of, you had to spend because apparently the government weren't allowing him to take that money back. So he said, okay, cool. As long as Chelsea spends this, I'm happy to leave that there, and you don't guys have to pay me this back. So as long as you guys spend it. So from far as I'm aware, what I think that's what you guys have been spending. Just from our side. I don't know if Todd Bowley's using his own money, whether he is or he isn't. But as far as I'm aware, it was you guys still owed him Abramovich $1 billion. Apparently the government weren't allowing him to get this money. So he said,
Yeah.
okay, cool, no problem. As long as Chelsea can use this on transfers, I'm cool with leaving it there. Whether it's true or not, that's on another hand.
Welcome back to the stream, Mr. Phantom of all nations, Man United fan right now, and Borussia Dortmund fan, Fulham fan, Leeds United fan, Liverpool fan,
God.
Man United fan,
I'm never been a Leeds United fan.
Welcome to the platform,
Phantom, bro. What's up with you, mate? Now
Okay,
you're a
so
Man United
anyways,
fan.
hold on, DJ. Okay, so I'm wearing a Dortmund shirt, but don't let that fool you. Right now, I'd like Thomas Tuchel to win the German Bundesliga. But anyways, Man United, I was up $800 today, but then that lead evaporated, and so I might have to buy more stock to what they call average down. You know, like when the price drops below what you bought it for, then you have to buy more to average down. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I don't know what Mr. Radcliffe is doing over there, but I hope before the end of close today, I can get out of the Man United position, because certainly it is not comfortable for me to be a Man United fan, but you know, you have to go where the money is. And right now the money is in Glazers trying to tease everybody about selling the team or getting more investors onto the team or whatever it is they're doing to try to push up the stock price. And since it's below $21, it's a pretty good deal. Their earnings call is not until the middle or late May. I don't know why the Man United is the only team that's available on the New York Stock Exchange, but
all right, Phantom, that's enough with your stock
Man
exchange.
United.
I know he's gonna have a problem. That's why
I'm
I
sorry.
made him jump on. Yeah, Phantom, it's okay. It's okay. Man United Stock Exchange. Yeah, I know you're making some good money. I don't make any of that money right now, Phantom.
Yeah. So anyways, it's good to see you again. I only went downstairs because my mom said we're running out of toilet paper, so I had to go to the first floor to the convenience store to get some more toilet paper.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's the reason why I was there. Okay. See you guys later. Good night.
All right. Good night, Phantom. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Good night, bro. Good night.
Phantom of all nations. Oh my goodness. Phantom. I love him. I love Phantom. I love Phantom, and always like some Phantoms to join us here. All right. So guys, if you're watching me, I know our brother is still here with me. I have a great Manchester United fan, Liverpool fan here with me right now. If you don't know much about him, I'm going to share his link right there in the comment section below. A great fan of us. He can be, because this platform is not just for Chelsea fans. I've made it possible. I've said this many times. It's for all football fans, but then lots of the people here are Chelsea fans. And I'm a Chelsea fan myself, but the platform is open really for all Chelsea fans. DJ Sab know that much, right, DJ?
Yeah, but yes, 100%.
Yeah, I'm gonna share his link down there in the comment section. Also, I'm gonna put show a little bit screenshot, share his screen. His channel on the platform whilst we're here. I'll do that for my brother here.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I love that, man, that you can bring all the fan bases together and kind of make it such a great community and a warming community. So, nah, it's good, man. That's why I've sat and watched a couple of your shows. Obviously, while I'm doing mine, it's so difficult to chime in, and I love to watch it when it's live so I can be engaging as well.
Right.
It's so difficult watching back because when you're having those great conversations and I'm there going, I want to get involved in the conversation, I can't get involved in the conversation. So that's the difficult part.
I know that's how I like to do mine over here. I like to get engaged with lots of the fans. I know that we're trying to even get more women on this platform. So that's our brother's channel over here, guys. Go help him out. And you guys can see that I'm gonna sub and make sure I get all notification for my brother. If there's gonna be a combined 11 and all that kind of stuff, I would definitely like to be on this platform. Combined 11, Liverpool combined 11, Chelsea combined 11. Him and we can put our squad together next season. Hopefully, we can see Gakpo performing, also Darwin Nunez performing, scoring goals now, and also Diaz come back. I don't know if they're gonna sell what's his name? Is it Jota? I don't know if Liverpool are going to sell him right now.
No chance.
You think they're going to sell him?
Nah, no chance. I think the fan base was kind of crazy. I wouldn't say all, but I would say some. And I know some of them. I don't want to throw them under the bus just yet. But there was a few of them saying if there was 72 million or whatever it may be, we'll accept that. No way in hell. The guy
This
is
is for
too good
Jota.
to just be selling. Yeah, for Jota.
Oh,
Crazy.
mate, no, that'd be silly. He's a
Crazy.
wicked player, mate. He's a good player.
Look, he scored 20 goals in his first season. Second season, scored 20 goals. Obviously, he's had his injury concerns this season. Look, played a quality game against Man City and then pulled his calf, and apparently the muscle came off the bone in terms of his calf. That's why he was out for so long, 2 to 3 months. He's back now, and now he's scored 4 goals in 3 games. Look, it's not a player. I think he was a player that we needed to kind of play back in form. A lot of the fan base was saying, look, he's not in form. Why are we playing him? Why we keep playing him, and why is Klopp keep playing him? That's the reason. He has the ability to win you games on his own. Last game out against West Ham, he had 2 great chances. Top those away as well. That's 6 goals in 3 games. So he is that type of player that, given the opportunity, and because of his runs, his powerful run, he's creative in his own way, can go left foot, right foot, very, very good in the air for such a small guy. But yeah, no money is worth selling him, because if he goes to any of the top clubs, they have a top player on their hands, and I don't see the need or the benefit of selling your top players unless they become really useless or they're not within that age bracket you're looking at. The age bracket he's in is perfect, 25, 26, and he's still got years ahead of him, man. So, nah, man, no chance in hell from my point of view. No chance.
I was going to ask you, brother. I was just asking a quick question, really. What's the latest on the winger you guys just signed? I forget his name. What a player he is. The winger you guys signed. He got injured then.
Diaz.
Yeah. What's going on? What's the situation?
He's now back. So he's been back since the Arsenal game, but he never got the start. Obviously, we can't rush him back in because it was a bad injury. But we played him in the Leeds game, gave him minutes there. Nottingham, he got minutes again, and then the other night against West Ham, he got minutes there as well. Looks really good, sharp.
He's quality.
The speed is still there. Great feet, left foot, right foot, take players on. Can shoot both ways. Can go byline, can cut in. Phenomenal range of skills. Very good in the air himself. Very skillful and technical and tactical kind of player. So look, he needs time, he needs fitness, and you can't rush a player back. So you have to give him 20 minutes here, and then you kind of up it from there. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, then you kind of up it to 45, maybe an hour. So we got Tottenham on Sunday. You probably see him, I wouldn't say start, but you probably see him get maybe a lot longer. Maybe he does get the start, who knows? But I think Klopp is taking his time with him, doesn't really want to rush him back, because he got the injury, I think after the 3rd or 4th game at the start of the season. He was out till January, came back, looked good in training, and then the injury kind of reoccurred, so he needed surgery after that. Before he didn't, had the surgery. He's been out for pretty much the most of the season, so we got to kind of don't rush him, take your time, and I'm sure he'll be up to speed in no time.
I'm sure he'll be up to speed in no time. Our brother here is talking about Diaz, another good player, but then he has to work on his finishing. If you talk about the blazing the pace that he has on the left-hand side, he looks very, 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 very scary when he's on the ball. But then the finishing, it's the same thing with I think Darwin Núñez also, another good player. But then the finishing, once they're able to work on their finishing, they will be terrifying the Premier League. They will be terrifying seeing them in the Premier League next season. So yeah, we'll be looking at that. We'll be looking at what Liverpool can do next season, and also what Chelsea can do next season. We'll be back on the Chelsea again. Before we get back to Chelsea, DJ, you have any more questions for our brother here?
No. That was it, really, man. That was it.
I appreciate it.
My next question to him is it the end of an era for Mr. Klopp, or do you think that the coming of these new players can change the style of play again, and then Klopp can be playing that high tempo football again and be who he is?
Look, I think obviously when you've been in the Premier League as long as Klopp, I think he's probably the second longest reigning manager now, because everyone seems to be getting sacked left, right, and centre in the league. There becomes a time where you become predictable, and you become, not I wouldn't say you don't really like your job or don't enjoy it as much, because it's the same thing. You have preseason, you play 38 games, you play
is it too used to the environment?
Yeah, so I think what happened was, and the same thing happened to the players. Trent, it was happening to him. A few of the players, it was happening to them. But see now, Trent dropped into midfield as a midfielder now. We changed tactically the way we set up, and you could see there's a new vibrant, exuberant thing, energy going around the club now.
Right.
So us as the fan base are going, okay, cool. We like this. Trent in there dictating the play, frees up these players, and then with the new shape and formation, it then allow other players in the team to get into the team, like a Carvalho, where he weren't going to get minutes because we didn't play a system that suited him. He'll be able to get in there as well. So yeah, no, I think over time, look, next season, I'm looking forward to it. I think this season's done. I don't think we'll get in the top 4 from my personal opinion. If it happens, great, because I'm not gonna, not be happy. But if we don't get the top 4, that's totally fine. But I just feel next season's where you're going to see the best of Liverpool again. I think this season after playing all those games, we played every game available to a team in football last season, and it took a toll this year. So next season, don't worry, guys, we'll be back, man. We'll be back.
Don't worry, guys. We'll be back. My brother just said that we'll be back, and I hope that it can be back again. It's not easy. It's not easy for the top teams this season. The lights of Tottenham Hotspur, they like on and up and down, up and down. They've been sacking managers left, right, center, and they keep doing the same mistake again. How do you hire a manager like N'Golo Kanté? Bring him in and then sack him and try to hire his assistant. What are you thinking? They have the same style of play, the same. They share the same ideas. So what is he going to do different? Slanini or Slamini, whatever his name is. What different is he going to bring to Tottenham Hotspur? And they fired him and kept Ryan Mason. Ryan Mason was good 2 seasons ago when Mourinho was being sacked and he took over. But I don't think Ryan Mason can do anything different right now. They'll be playing Manchester United soon, and we know how United can be on a good day. So let's see how that happened. Did you have anything on Chelsea or Liverpool or any of the top teams or anything you want to discuss? Bring it on. Let's take a few 4 minutes, then we bring this to
yeah, we could actually get a Liverpool's fan perspective point of view. Listen, but as you know, that situation, the manager situation, we're going to end. It looks like it's going to be Poch the way things are all going, right? I think a lot of Chelsea fans. I know some wanted Nagelsmann. Some wanted. I mean, I wanted Luis Enrique personally. I think he's a better manager, a better fit for Chelsea. I think as well. What do you think of the Chelsea situation in terms of the manager, bro? Do you think that Luis Enrique would have been a better fit for Chelsea over Poch?
I think in terms of I don't know, experience, you'd probably go Luis Enrique. I think he's probably his technical and tactical way of looking at football maybe at a better level than say a Poch. But Poch has obviously done it in the Premier League, which then makes sense. Yeah. Poch has also done it in the French league. He's done it in the Spanish league as well. He's done it twice in the Premier League because he was at Southampton as well. So look, he's a great fit. I think it's because of his knowledge of the league more than anything else. And maybe maybe they're looking at him and going, do you know what? He wasn't doing anything really bad at Spurs at the time. So why did they really sack him? Because he got them to a Champions League. They decided to sack him because they felt like they were better than him. And since they sacked him, they've gone downhill from that point of view. So I think he's a good manager, but is he going to be the one to fix the issues? I'll reserve what I think, until he comes in and see. Because I don't know. Yeah. But if he'll get Chelsea playing good football. That's one. Will he then, as I was mentioning earlier, I think you guys have so many players, it's so difficult to kind of pick an 11. I don't think the manager, I don't think the coaches, and I don't think some of the fan base know your best 11, and that's the issue.
Yeah, a lot of people have said it. I mean, bringing in 30 players or over 30 players in the dressing room where there's no even room, there's no unity, there's nothing. It's dressing room is not even big enough to host all these players. So how do you make all these players happy? So that's thank you very much, our brother. What should I still call you? I think the name is right. It goes by YouTube, right?
Yeah, they call me Ends on YouTube. I'll just use
Ends. Okay, yeah. Big up to our brother Ends. I was trying to find the right name, so I wouldn't call him just YouTube. Big up to you, brother. Ends. Ends is right there, guys. If you have to check him out. You don't have to be a Liverpool fan to check him out. We have Ryan on this platform who is a Liverpool fan. He's always on the platform. He's on vacation. so he's not here. But he's always on the platform giving us his opinion in terms of how he sees the football club, because you want a neutral fan. You want neutral fan to be able to come on and give us their perspective. So that's why we have our brother here, and I'll be going to his platform when he invites me. I'll be there. I'll check him out.
Hey, listen, I've
because
got a show called
Tomorrow.
the afternoon show that
Yeah.
we do. And what I try to do a show where I'll get whatever. Say you're a Chelsea fan, I'm a Liverpool fan. I'll probably get an Arsenal fan. See how you guys game go over the weekend. Then I'll get everyone together around a 1 o'clock time, and we can kind of chop up all our teams, see how well they did, and then at the end of the show, I've got a little special idea where I use. So check out the one I did, and then I'll see. I don't want to give too much away or talk too much about it, but yeah, check out the one I did. It's called The Afternoon Show, and if you like it, I'll love to have you on.
Yeah, the afternoon show. We'll check it out. Is it the one that you have coming up?
No, I think I've got the preview next, or the Q&A show. So I don't just do football content like yourself over here. You get all your fan base together. I do a quiz. I also do a Q&A show where it's non-football, football related, whatever you want to do. I also do a show called The Ranking Show. We just chop up all different types of players from new to old, and then all your normal Liverpool content as well.
Yeah, I love that. It's not a problem. I'll check you out. I'll check out, brother. Guys, go check him out. You guys will love it. It's just neutral, you know. It's all about association football. If you love football, if you have time, a little bit of time, you know, get there and then listen to him and give him some love. Subscribe.
Yeah, I'm not a biased fan. I'm not a biased fan at all. So
subscribe and then drop a like on his videos for him. Now I'll be checking some of his videos when I have a few time without making any research. I'll do that for him. I'm very happy he jumped on the platform, and that's how we build relationship. You get to know others, because I always say nobody knows tomorrow. You don't know tomorrow. We live in a very small world. If it hasn't been the internet, I wouldn't know him. I wouldn't know DJ Sap. I've known thousands of people that have been on this platform without the internet. So I'm very happy the internet came to do a good and also destroy at the same time. People can see behind it and then work for crap and then try to insult people. So we're gonna call it bring the show to an end, right, DJ? Oh, you got anything else you want to say?
Nah, brother, nothing. Just my day just got completely worse today. I was just gonna say, went into work this morning, and my colleagues gave me a right old whack. I had two guys dressed up as two of my colleagues dressed up as clowns, and then when I went to my desk, and I had I'll tell you in a minute, brother. Because our owners are clowns as far as they're concerned. In Todd Bowley.
That's what I said. I know what it means.
And then at then on my desk I had the Stamford Bridge there, clowns at Stamford Bridge saying we don't know what you're doing. So I had it all today, man. I even had a special Teams chat today at work just to banter me. That's all it was, just to banter me at work today. So my day was just an absolute shambolic day today, mate. Trust me.
I apologize,
bruv,
DJ.
Honestly, the worst. One of the worst days, mate. Seriously.
Yesterday I told you, I was like, DJ, I know how you feel. I know your face, and I know when you're in a very, very good mood, but your face looks like man is down. This guy's doing nothing to even change. They're not trying, they're not doing anything different to change the outcome. All right. Thank you very much, my brother Enz, and I'll see you some other time. DJ, you enjoy the rest of the evening. See you guys again some other time. Leah this Brandos, like I say, hang on to hope. Need Zion is off.
Smash the like. Up the Chelsea. Peace.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.